Hey, how's it going? Today I wanted to show you a quick little trick or technique to get your Facebook ads to maybe convert a little bit better. So a problem I see if someone calls me in to take a look at their ad campaigns or maybe why their ads aren't doing as well as they think that they could do. A lot of the times it is because the ads sound like an ad. And when you go back and read them in hindsight, you're like, oh crap, like, of course, they sound super addy and no one's going to want to click on that. So today I wanted to show you how to create an ad without it looking like an ad. So for the sake of this make-believe ad that we're going to create today, I am going to create an ad for my wedding business where I am trying to generate leads. So I am wanting engaged brides and grooms to see this ad, be interested, click on it, and then enter their email contact information into my webpage, and hopefully we'll book them. So this is how I would do it. Now, a lot of people might start off like this, and this is the right thing. So you're going to want to click conversions under the campaign objectives because you want to convert a click into an email address. And then you're going to give this a name. So I'm going to call this make believe ad leads. Obviously, if this was a real-time ad, you would want to call it something a little bit more detailed than that. So here, this takes us into our ad set. So we were at the campaign level, which is the top level, and all you do there is tell the Facebook algorithm what you want it to optimize for, what actions you want it to optimize your ad recipients for. And then you're brought into the ad set level, and this is where we're going to basically pick out our audience, our placement, and our budget. All right, so I will usually name an ad set whatever I call my audience, and so this is how I will create this audience. So the conversion in this case will be a website inquiry. You might have already set up a custom conversion. I'm not going to get into that today. I'm just teaching you how to create an ad that doesn't look as ad-like. And then you're going to put in your custom audience. So let's just make it really simple. I'm going to target people in the US. Between most people that we work with that are engaged are between 22 and 40. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I'm going to just leave the gender on all, and then I'm going to select engaged and make that who I want to see the ad. So hopefully only people between the ages of 22 and 40 that are engaged in the United States will see this ad. Now, if this were a real-time ad and I was teaching about targeting, it would be a lot more detailed than that. But for the sake of this ad creative, that's all I'm going to do for that so I can get to the actual creative part, okay? I'm just going to leave that budget as it is for today. I'm going to leave all this other stuff as it is because I just want to show you how to get a better click-through rate on your ads. So of course you're going to select your page, and then I'm actually going for this one to choose a single image. All right, and then you need to click the image to run with this ad. So an ad I did recently that had a lot of success was I talked about the top 10 country music wedding songs, right? So my wedding business is based in the South. Country's really big here, and I get a lot of questions from brides and grooms asking what are some cool first dance country songs, or what are some cool father-daughter country songs, just what are some cool country songs to have in my wedding. So when you're thinking of coming up with an ad creative, you want to solve a problem for your client, and you want to try and do it in the ad, right? You want to pique their interest and then solve a problem really quickly. So think about the questions that your audience or your customers or your clients ask a lot, and then ask how you could come up with a really quick resource. Maybe it's a quick video, a blog post, an infographic, something like that that can help them solve a problem. So for this ad that I'm going to create today, I'm going to show engaged brides and grooms an ad that talks about the top 10 country music wedding songs and what they are. Click through to see it. So let's start off with the image. So I'm going to browse the library, and I've got some images in here, and I think the one I used a few weeks ago is going to be right here. So this is, of course, a picture of country music superstar Tim McGraw, and I'm going to use that because I want people to stop. People are going to stop on the image, right? So when they say when they see Tim McGraw, that's going to be like, oh, cool, Tim McGraw, and they're going to check out what that's about. Is he playing a concert here? Is there news about him? What's going on? So I'm just trying to use the picture to get them to stop. The next thing that people are going to look at right after the image is going to be the headline. So I'm just going to write out real quick what this ad is about. Remember, the top 10 country music wedding song. Mr. Butterfingers today. Country music wedding songs. And then in this ad, I'm going to write, this is an ad showing the top 10 country music wedding songs. Now that's just my placeholder text, so I'm going to make sure everything else is cool. Now for the call to action, remember, you don't want this to look like an ad. So I'm actually going to take out this button, and I'm going to select no button, right? Because if this were an article, like if your Aunt Debbie was posting an article about, hey, check out the top 10 country songs, there's not going to be a button for it. It's just going to be exactly what that is right there. So I am not going to put a button. I am going to go ahead and get into the sales copy. I am going to pick the top 10 country wedding songs revealed. So that headline is a little bit intriguing. If you're reading that, it says the top 10 country wedding songs revealed. So revealed, right? It's kind of like a mystical kind of sounding word, like someone has been holding this information back and now has revealed it to the public. So of course that's not actually what's going on. This is just a list that we created ourselves based on experience. But again, this is persuasive copy, and you want people just to click through. The point of the headline is to get them to click through. So when you use words like revealed, or you see the kind of clickbaity title, you'll never guess what number 5 is or number 3 is. Those are all just trying to get you to click through. So I'm trying to think, I've stopped them with my picture. Now what's a headline I can select that will make them either click that ad or make them read the body copy. So let's move on to the body copy. So I'm going to just start kind of brainstorming some ideas. So Atlanta-based entertainment company has revealed their pick for the top 10 country music wedding songs of 2018. Coming in at number 10 is Tim McGraw's Humble and Kind by a few ones you might not expect. Read the list at www.website.com. Okay, now this is important because we haven't put a button at the bottom, right? So if people want to actually see the ad, they can click on it, but if they get a little confused by that, we want to put whatever the link is to the page we're selecting in there. So this might read website.com/country wedding songs, whatever your specific landing page is, and you do want to direct them to a landing page. So let's go over this. Atlanta-based entertainment company, you know what, I'm going to say Atlanta-based wedding entertainment company has revealed their picks for the top 10 country music wedding songs of 2018. So it's current, it's modern, this is what's happening this year. Coming in at number 10 is Tim McGraw's Humble and Kind. Oh, well, that makes sense. He's in the picture, okay. Followed by a few ones you might not expect. Geez, I wonder what those could be. Read the list at website.com/countrywedding-songs. Interesting. So this ad, like I said, is doing a few things. We want them to stop on the image. We want them to see the image and then see what it's about by reading the headline, the top 10 country wedding songs revealed. And then I actually might put 2018. And then we either want them to just go ahead and click to read through, because people know to click through on the picture to read the article behind it or watch the video behind it. But if not, then they jump up to the body copy, which talks a little bit more, builds a little bit more intrigue, and also it doesn't look like an ad, right? Like, that's a promotional picture of Tim McGraw, but it still doesn't really look like an ad. It looks like he's coming for a concert or something that a Tim McGraw fan would want to know. Now, if we were getting into the targeting for this ad, you could probably target, or what I would do is I would target engaged couples that liked country music, because they're gonna be interested in this. And this would probably be a cold ad, right? You're not getting a lot of awesome information for the people clicking through, but if someone clicks through, it means that they're probably interested, right? We know they're engaged, we know they're in our age range, we know they're in our geographic fence location, and we know that they're interested and maybe looking for entertainment. So I would hit them with a retargeting ad in a couple days with a little bit more of a sell for the actual service. But they know who we are now because they've gone to the website, maybe they've looked around, maybe they've been on the website for a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. So this is kind of more of your cold ad, but the point is your Facebook ads, especially the cold ads to people who have never heard of you before, are going to convert a lot better if they don't look like an ad. People can smell an ad from a mile away and they don't want to be sold to. So when you can add value to their life, for example, they want to know, they're planning a wedding, so they want to know what the top wedding songs are. And someone has curated a list for them, so it makes their life easier. They don't have to go out and Google it and find it themselves. Someone has done it for them. So be thinking about that, especially when you're advertising to cold audiences, is that you want to help them. You want to solve a really quick, easy problem. Again, you don't have to create a course about all this or anything like that. Maybe just write a blog post, or maybe just put together a quick list. It might take you 30 minutes to do, but you want to create a resource that will make your cold audience feel like you solved the problem and that they're not being sold to. So I hope that helps. I'm Brandon Stiles, a digital marketer in Atlanta. Please subscribe to the channel if that was helpful. If you have any questions below, any more tips about how to advertise to cold audiences, also let me know. I'll talk to you soon.